All right, our participant count is going up. This is great. Welcome, everyone. If you're popping in just now, I'm going to do a quick introduction. So welcome to StriveScan College Launchpad. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today to share more about their school and their STEM programs. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but we'll be around for the entire session to answer questions. My name is Chelsea, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type questions to our presenters at any time. This is one of many sessions happening, so be sure to check the schedule on the website for more information. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/launch. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to our first presenter, and that's going to be Wagner College.
Hi, everyone. Just going to bring up the presentation. Okay. All right, so my name is Stephanie Carroll. I am one of the admissions counselors here at Wagner College. Over the course of this presentation, of course, I'm going to go over our STEM majors, but I'm also going to give you some quick facts about Wagner College as a whole. All right, so Wagner College is a small private liberal arts school located on Staten Island, New York. Staten Island is one of the 5 boroughs of New York City. Some may call it the forgotten borough, but we love our location and we tend to take full advantage of the close proximity to New York City. We are located on a 105 park-like campus, so it's a very beautiful space with lots of green lawns and trees and historic older buildings. And we also have about 1,750 undergraduate students and 375 grad students. So we are a smaller institution. And so within the classroom, we have about 19 to 22 students with the cap at 32. And the ratio between faculty and student is just 14:1. So again, smaller class sizes, full attention from your professors. Even though we are small, we are very diverse. We have students from 45 different states and 29 different countries. And about 60% of the students will live on campus. So we are not a backpack school, even though we do get a large amount of students from the tri-state area, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, up in New England. The majority of the students will still live on campus, and I think that says a lot about our community. We have over 40 majors and minors, and the majority of the majors can be utilized as minors. So some of our more popular majors are biology, nursing, business, psychology, and our 2 most competitive programs are theater performance and our physician assistant programs. So I'll touch on that in just a little bit. But I also wanted to mention the New York City advantage. We're just about 30 to 40 minutes away from Lower Manhattan. And students use this advantage for internship opportunities, if you're doing clinicals for your physician assistant or nursing program. We have a lot of great connections with hospitals within the area. And so students will take full advantage of this. And of course, for fun or leisure, if you want to head for a sporting event or go see a show or go out to dinner. So just wanted to mention that as well. We have a free shuttle that actually picks the students up on campus and takes them over to the Staten Island Ferry, which is just about an 8-minute drive. So it's completely accessible to all of our students. So here are some of our STEM majors: biology, chemistry, computer science, information systems, nursing, physician assistant, and we have 2 pre-professional tracks, pre-med and pre-engineering. As I mentioned, the physician assistant program is our most competitive program. We can only accept a class of 40, and I'll get into a little bit of those requirements in the next slide. But here are some of our options, and the pre-med and the pre-engineering track can be paired with any of our majors. So it'd be an additional 6 to 10 additional classes. So maybe you'll be majoring in biology and then you'll pair it with your pre-med. And nursing is also one of our popular majors. We usually bring in a class around 60 every year. So in terms of deadlines, and requirements, we're test optional with the exception of the physician assistant program. So for the physician assistant program, we look for a 26-27 ACT or 1250 and up SAT. For the other programs, you do not have to share a test score if you do not want to. However, if you did take the test and you want to submit your scores because you feel as though you did well, then please do submit them. Otherwise, we'll look for an average GPA of a 3.5 out of 4.0 or 89-90% out of 100. We have two major deadlines. December 13th is early action. It's also the specific deadline for physician assistant, theater performance, and theater design tech management. And then regular decision is April 15th. So all the majors can apply by either of those deadlines, but the physician assistant program, you must apply by December 13th. Following that, if we see fit, we will invite you in for an interview. And that usually happens in January. And with that being said, we also require auditions for theater performance and interviews for theater design, tech, and management. And one thing I will mention about our PA program is that it is direct admission, where our nursing is not direct admission during your first 2 years. As long as you meet the requirements, you can begin your nursing specific courses your junior year. In terms of scholarships, we provide scholarships up to $28,000 a year in merit scholarship, athletic aid, as well as for theater design, tech management, and music. FAFSA priority deadline is January 15th. And I will say that more than 90% of students will receive financial aid assistance. So more than 90% of students will not pay that sticker price, especially because you automatically receive a merit scholarship upon admission. Here's some ways to get in touch. Follow us at Wagner Admissions on Instagram, and I'll drop my contact info in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have Clarkson University.
Whoops. I want to make sure I'm unmuted as well. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. I guess you probably can't see my face, but that's okay. My name is Sue Bynum, and I represent Clarkson University. Clarkson is in the beautiful college town of Potsdam in northern New York. It's about 20 miles from the Canadian border and about 2.5 hours north of Syracuse, New York. I'm actually a Clarkson alum living in the San Francisco area, and after working in industry for many years, I now work for admissions to promote interest in Clarkson with local students and counselors. I think Clarkson is a great option for students interested in engineering, technology, business, and other career-focused programs, but looking for a smaller, more supportive environment. Clarkson only has about 3,000 undergraduates and about 1,000 grad students with a 10-to-1 student-faculty ratio. Students actually apply to the university, not a specific school or major, and none of Clarkson's programs are impacted or limited. This builds a cooperative, supportive academic environment and provides more flexibility for students that want to customize their programs or change majors. Clarkson offers undergraduate programs in our School of Engineering, School of Business, and School of Arts and Science, and I'll share more details on our specific STEM programs on the further slides. But I wanted to mention that our School of Business also offers majors like global supply chain, business analytics, and innovation entrepreneurship, and students can add a business minor as well. All of our majors require an internship, co-op, or research project, as we want students to get hands-on experience in their field of study. We encourage students to talk to faculty about research opportunities even as freshmen. About half of our Clarkson students actually major engineering, so definitely a tech school. This slide shows all of Clarkson engineering majors, including traditional engineering majors, but also aerospace and environmental engineering. I also included a list of the engineering minors and concentrations that are available to students to really meet their diverse needs and let them specialize if they're interested. The School of Engineering really prepares students for tomorrow's challenges with a team-based and interdisciplinary curriculum using hands-on projects that really emphasize innovation, but really considers the social consequences of each project. USA Today listed Clarkson as one of the top 10 engineering schools in the US. Here's a full list of more traditional programs Clarkson also offers for the School of Arts and Science. We have math and science majors, including computer science, data science, physics, and psychology. We also offer biology, chemistry, and biomolecular science, which are popular with students that enroll in our pre-health professional tracks. If you choose to study humanities, social sciences, or sciences at Clarkson, your interaction with faculty will be like attending a small liberal arts institution, but with the advantage of added learning and opportunities to do research in a technology-rich environment. Our new Lewis School of Health Science offers a wide range of pre-professional health tracks like pre-med, pre-dentistry, and pre-vet, where we assign each student a second advisor to prepare them for a graduate medical program. And we now offer direct entry options into Clarkson's physical therapy, occupational therapy, and physician assistant graduate programs. Our School of Health Science provides advantages like personalized attention, early grad admission opportunities, a cadaver lab, and our health coaches program that meets regularly with healthcare professionals as students. We do medical research in areas like biosensor, stem cells, and regenerative medicine, and also offer healthcare related minors like environmental health science or biomolecular engineering. Also want to just talk a little bit about student life at Clarkson. We offer a wide range of study abroad options, as well as our Adirondack semester in the nearby Adirondack Park through our Institute of Sustainable Environment. Being in Northern New York, we're a big hockey school with both men and women's Division I hockey teams, and home hockey games are always a big event on campus. We also have 9 Division III sports for both men and women, including baseball, swimming, lacrosse, alpine, and Nordic skiing. Clarkson has over 200 clubs, intramural sports, and tons of activities on campus. Our biggest club is the Outing Club that coordinates all kinds of outdoor activities. 90% of students actually stay on campus all 4 years, and about 15% are involved in Greek life. I also wanted to highlight our SPEED programs with 12 different projects that students can participate in to design, build, and compete. You can see the full list of the projects here on the slide. It's just a great way to experience the engineering process with some fun technology, and we have a huge facility on campus to support these programs. Here's a little bit of information about admissions, where our acceptance rate is actually 66% with an average GPA of about 3.6, and our standardized tests are again optional for fall 2023 admissions. Clarkson offers both need-based aid through FAFSA, as well as merit scholarships based on the student's application information. 95% of students receive financial aid, and actual tuition can be very competitive at state universities. You can apply on the Common App or directly on the Clarkson website, where the application fee is actually waived. Lastly, Clarkson's placement rate for graduates is 97% with an average starting salary of over $64,000. Says the Career Center does a great job in working with each student on their job search. And I'd like to highlight that 1 of every 5 Clarkson graduates is the CEO, president, senior exec, or owner of a company. This last slide is my contact information, which I'll also post in the chat, and also has some links for more information on the Clarkson website, the virtual tours, and the Clarkson YouTube. Thank you so much for listening. I will have my video up when we do the questions at the end. And thank you very much for your patience, and I'm going to pass it on to the next person. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Next up, we have Suffolk University.
Are you able to see my screen and hear me?
Yes.
Alrighty. Hello, everybody. How's it going? My name is Raquel de los Santos, and I am an admissions counselor at Suffolk University. I wanted to welcome you all here. Suffolk University is located in downtown Boston, right in the center of downtown Boston. So where you see the numbers on these buildings are all the buildings that Suffolk has within downtown Boston. We're right near the State House, and you can see the Boston Commons from a lot of the buildings at Suffolk. STEM in Boston, I think the most important thing is location. Downtown Boston is a bustling area with different career paths and people in different industries and areas. And so our students take full advantage of the location, and it provides for a true university experience as opposed to just a regular old college experience. So our approach to education, like I said, we believe in a true university experience and making sure students get those soft skills that pair well with our, the education the student is receiving. All of our facilities are recently renovated, so students are working with state-of-the-art technology and equipment. So how do we develop those soft skills for students? We'd like to put that all on the Career Center. And so the Career Center has also been recently revamped. And so, they have internship resources. Oftentimes there are job fairs, different networking events, career counseling, resume and cover letter assistance, job search tool, and a large alumni mentoring and network that students have access to. And so most of our students, over 90%, have internships within the city, and we have 4-credit internships. So you can go to class, go to your internship, and since we are in downtown Boston, everything's a hop, skip, and a jump. So you don't have to worry about building out time, commuting 30, 40 minutes. We're right there in the city. And so this is some testimonials from one of our students. This is a great practice for the future. It's nice to be in an environment where I can do what I love, put all this training into actual practice and contribute to the scientific community. World of opportunity. Suffolk not only has a campus in downtown Boston, but also downtown Madrid. So students can study in downtown Madrid for up to 2 years and don't have to worry about, worrying about their credits transferring over. You can go to Madrid and still graduate on time. You can work with our study abroad department and figure out what classes you'll be taking over there, and make sure it applies to graduation. Spanish fluency is not a requirement, so oftentimes students take advantage of this, whether it's for a summer, a semester, or up to 2 years. Here's another one, a testimony from another one of our students. We were all in a new experience, a new environment that we were all excited to be in together. We walked out of Madrid knowing each other. Diversity and inclusion. So this is something that's very important to Suffolk. We are a very diverse community. We have students from over 46 states, different countries, and over 34% of our students are international students. And so that's something we hold with a lot of honor. Return on your investment. So these are some of the top employers that our students have recently been accepted to. And so 99% of our students within just 1 year of graduation have some sort of job or continuing their education. So I personally think of college as an investment. You are investing in yourself and putting in the work to better yourself. And so with the 1 year, you see an immediate return on that investment. And then these are just some of our accolades that we have won in recent years. I won't spend too much time on this. And so last thing I want to cover is different ways to get involved. Like I said, we are located right in the heart of downtown Boston. And so you may be wondering, are you going to have all the things that you were looking for? Absolutely. So there's over 100 different clubs and organizations. At the beginning of each semester, there is a club and involvement fair, and you can walk around all the clubs, sign up right then and there. Greek life, religious and interfaith community, the Center for Community Engagement, student government, performing arts, and we do have 19 D3 sports teams. So yes, you can live in the city and play sports. And so I will also drop my contact information in the chat to further the conversation. And so lastly, if you scan this QR code, you can sign up to get information, and we can put you on our listserv. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, next up we have Champlain College.
Wonderful. Hi, everyone. My name is Hannah Kingsley, and I am the Assistant Director of Admissions at Champlain College. We are located in Burlington, Vermont. And what's really nice about this is we have been named one of America's #1 college towns. There's opportunities for lots of restaurants, theater, tech, and opportunities to get to know other students in the area. You can see that really big number of 14,000 plus students because multiple colleges and universities are right in the Burlington area. Champlain specifically has about 2,100 students on our campus, and average class size is 16 to 17. It would not be a presentation about Champlain College without talking about our upside down curriculum. And what this means is every single student starts in their major from day one on campus. So if you know exactly what you want to study, you have perfect hands-on experience all 4 years. You're in your major right away, building the skill sets that you need in order to go get internships and to confirm that this is the right program for you. However, maybe you get to Champlain and you thought you knew exactly what you wanted to study, but once you're in the classroom, you realize it's not the right fit for you. This allows you to change your major and still graduate within that 4-year time frame and have those opportunities to have a little bit of flexibility. And you can come to Champlain as an undeclared student as well. We have 4 different schools and divisions that you'll find at Champlain. However, specifically for this presentation, I want to make sure to mention more information about our Information Technology and Sciences division. Here you'll find everything from app development and cybersecurity to game programming, computer science, applied math, and digital forensics. We have a lot of opportunities for students to also add in minors and areas of concentration. And because I'm not able to fully dive into all these programs tonight, I would definitely encourage you to go check out Champlain's website as we list the curriculum and course descriptions for everything that you currently see on your screen. We also have access to state-of-the-art labs that students are able to access all 4 years, and we really pride ourselves on making sure that students have hands-on opportunities, not only in internships, but specifically on our campus. We have hundreds of both Macs and PCs available for students to use 24/7, and all of the technology that students need in order to complete their courses is completely free to them, and we offer virtual machine access so you can use it from your own personal devices. Additionally, Burlington itself has been named a gigabyte city, which basically means that we have some of the fastest internet speeds available to students on our campus, which is a great opportunity. Thinking about life after graduation, we know that you are making a huge investment when you are choosing what college to attend. And we want to let you know that a Champlain degree does pay off. For the recent last 6 years, 93% of our students were employed or continuing their education within 6 months of graduation. But to break that number down a little bit further for you, 88% of the students who were employed in a field directly related to their major or their career goals. And what this means is not only did they have a job, but they had a job specifically in the industry that they went to Champlain for. And that just shows how everything from our upside down curriculum to internship opportunities to networking through our community helps our students take those first steps immediately upon graduation. I know you may be at the start of your application process and this can feel a little bit far away. So a few things that I want to make sure to mention is, first of all, Champlain is completely test optional. So you do not need to submit any SAT scores or SAT unless you would like to do so. Additionally, you can apply to Champlain through the Common App or our Champlain app, and no matter which method you choose, you will never have to pay, as there is no application fee for Champlain College. In terms of financial aid, every single student is automatically considered for merit-based aid when they apply. However, to be considered for need-based aid, we do need to have your FAFSA information on file. We have the Champlain College Count on It guarantee, and what this means is any Champlain-specific scholarships or grants that you receive will remain with you all 4 years as long as you remain a full-time student. In addition to this, Champlain does accept all outside scholarships, and we will not reduce our school's institutional aid if you choose to bring in outside funding. To briefly talk a little bit about student life here on campus, in addition to enjoying Burlington and the surrounding Vermont area, on our campus itself, we have a range of clubs and organizations that students are able to take part in, and club and intramural sports teams as well. All of our students do live in restored Victorian mansions during their first year of college. And what's really nice about these is, instead of living in large, overwhelming residence halls, you are living in old homes that have unique characters and charms to them. And you get that instant sense of community, as every single building houses either 15 and up to 50 students. So 50 is the largest group you would be living with during your 5th year throughout the entire building. I want to make sure to leave my contact information on the screen. So if you have any additional questions, please reach out to us at any time and we'd be happy to help answer those for you. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, next up we have New York University Tandon School of Engineering.
Sorry, everyone, I was muted. I was saying my name is Courtney. I am the undergraduate operations administrator at NYU Tandon. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm going to talk a little bit about the school and some reasons, give you some reasons why we would like, for students to be interested. So first, I'm going to talk about location. We are located right in downtown Brooklyn, in the heart of the Brooklyn Tech Triangle. Also known as Metro Tech Commons. So it's a really great area, lots of places to eat, activities. All of our buildings are really close together. So it's really nice. It gives you like a really close community feel. We do share some spaces with a lot of other big companies in the, that work in the city, in the area. So it's really nice. You see lots of different people. Like I said, lots of different things to do. Next, we have our study away programs. So we have a few different ones. First are our NYU global sites. The global sites that we have are Abu Dhabi and NYU Abu Dhabi and NYU Shanghai. Both of those sites also offer students four-year degrees. Our global pathways are other opportunities in different areas like London, things like that, where you can go study. And then we also have our global E3 sites in a few different countries. And these are direct partnerships with other institutions that also offer STEM and engineering focused degrees. We also offer the undergraduate summer research program for students. So it's 10 weeks of research over the summer with Tandon faculty. You'll have a variety of research topics you can do. You have your pick of things, and then it also is a really good way for students to get hands-on experience over the summer with faculty. So it's definitely something that students enjoy. We also offer a combination of our BS and MS programs, which means that whichever, if you decide to, if you'd like to, you can get your bachelor's and your master's together in one shot. And the good thing about the bachelor's and master's program is that students who decide to do it this way will receive a graduate scholarship that covers 50% of your tuition and fees. So it kind of pays off really well cost-wise. We also offer a number of labs and research centers on campus, as well as what's depicted here in this picture, our makerspace and design lab, which is an area on campus for students to go to work collaboratively on projects, different things. There's also a number of workshops that are hosted in the makerspace, which students, faculty, staff are all welcome to, and they have some really fun ones sometimes, like soap making and things like that. So it's a really cool way for, like I said, students to work collaboratively. This is a list of the undergraduate majors we offer at NYU Tandon. Students, again, really can have their pick. We have a lot of different faculty who are really experienced in a lot of different things. So this is what we offer here major-wise. This is a typical schedule for a first-year student. Every single student that comes into NYU has to take expository writing. In terms of your STEM foundations, it really depends on where you place math-wise. And then every student will take there's two general engineering courses that students have to take for their first year coming into Tandon. And then I also want to highlight our vertically integrated projects, or VIP projects. These are projects in research and design that students can take a part of. They range in a number of different topics, a number of different areas. And if there's a VIP that you'd like to pursue that's not there, you can create one yourself. Again, the VIPs are either for fun if you would like to join, or if you are participating in them long-term, there is opportunity to get credit for them, and as well as leadership experience. Students can also lead VIPs. Like I said, the projects range in a number of different areas, as seen here on this slide. So again, 40 different projects that are ongoing right now, a huge number of students. And the good thing about VIPs is that students, not just at Tandon, but at the other schools at NYU as well, can collaborate and join. And they're in certain areas like cybersecurity, health, things like that. And then lastly, this is just a list of our application deadlines, as well as when you would receive a decision by. Again, as previously mentioned, it is a little bit early, but it is really helpful to know. And I believe that is it for all I have. I'm going to leave my contact information into the chat. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me via email. That would be great. I'd be happy to answer any questions. And like I said, thanks for joining us tonight.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, I am going to invite everybody back onto screen. We'd love to hear from you all one more time. Great. All right, so we're gonna go through a couple questions here. So my first question is, what's one thing you want students to remember about your STEM program specifically? And we'll go back up to Wagner College.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, so one thing I would like everyone to remember is the small class size. Like I said, we have about 19 to 22 students in every single class. And I also just want to mention the fact that the best of the both worlds, you'll have this traditional college campus, but then we're just a hop and a skip away from Lower Manhattan.
Thank you. Clarkson University?
Yes, I really like to emphasize with Clarkson's programs, very interdisciplinary kind of focus. So looking at the technology, but also looking at the social impact of a lot of our programs. So it's not just focused on one specific area. It really gives you an opportunity to delve into and extend that into other areas as well, if you're interested.
Thank you. Suffolk University?
Yeah, the location, Boston, is a place of opportunity. And so, you know, students from day one had the opportunity to get hands-on experience and parlay that into their career.
Thank you so much. Champlain College?
Definitely our upside down curriculum is something that really helps set Champlain apart because you do jump into your major right away. But I would also say that while we have the entire division of information technology sciences, we also have opportunities for art and more human and education studies and the opportunity for business as well. So you're going to have a wide range of interests and people on campus. So definitely something that you'll find in some of your more general education classes while also really getting to focus on your major from day one.
Awesome. Thank you. New York University Tandon?
I think I'd really just like to highlight from all of that, definitely the VIP projects. I've heard such great things from students about stuff that they've completed, stuff that they've worked on. And I think it just gives students a really great opportunity to immerse themselves in something maybe that's a little bit different from their major. So they're kind of getting a really well-rounded, you know, idea of what they might want to do or what they might want to pursue. And it really gives them a good deal of experience. You know, like I said, you can do it either long-term or something short, you can switch them. So I would really want to highlight that as something to look to.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, my next question, what advice would you give someone going through the search process either now or sometime in the near future? And we'll jump back up to Wagner College.
Yeah, my advice would be to not be afraid to ask questions. That's why the admission staff is here for you, so that we can help guide and support you. So if you create a list of colleges, universities that you're interested in, do not be afraid to contact us. We're here to help you.
Awesome. Thank you. Clarkson University?
Yes, I'd like to just point out, I know at least here on the West Coast, a lot of students look to sort of a very short list of very popular schools that they apply to and don't necessarily consider schools that maybe be a little less known. And so I just like to emphasize that there are a lot of smaller universities or private universities that can be a great opportunity, a great fit for a lot of students. And that it's just great to be able to kind of widen your search a little bit and look kind of outside of the more traditional list of schools that students consider.
Thank you so much. Suffolk University?
I would say visit as many campuses as possible. You never know until you know. And so, you know, the pandemic has been very great that now a lot of schools offer virtual tour options and different options to sort of explore campus without actually going to campus. And so if possible, narrow down your list of the schools that you're considering and visit if possible.
Awesome. Thank you. Champlain College?
Yeah, to build on what Suffolk actually just shared, when you are visiting colleges, if you have the time and opportunity, definitely explore the surrounding area as well, in addition to the college campus, because when you are choosing a college, you're not just choosing a school, but you are choosing a new place to call home for 4 years, and the surrounding area can definitely impact that. So try to grab a meal, ask students what their favorite thing is to do in the area, and just, if you have the time, do a little bit of exploring.
Awesome. Thank you. New York University Tandon.
I think in terms of the search process, obviously, like Champlain just said, you're searching for your home for the next 4 years, but at the same time, while it is an overwhelming process, don't get too overwhelmed. I think it's important to remember that your path is your own path and your trajectory is your own trajectory, and there's kind of no right way or wrong way to do it, and kind of, just don't compare yourself to what other people have going on, because at the end of the day, what you decide is going to be what's right for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. All right, my last question here for you all is, what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the admissions process? And I'll jump back up to Wagner.
Yeah, one myth I would say is that, if your GPA or SAT or ACT score doesn't meet exactly what a college or university is asking for, I would say that the majority of the time that there is flexibility there. So I still urge you to apply. I still urge you to reach out to your admissions counselor and get the conversation rolling, because we do want you to be successful. We do want you to succeed. So if you're interested in a college, even though you may not hit that exact GPA, still apply. And you never know what will happen.
Thank you. Clarkson University.
Yeah, I think the other thing to consider too is, again, don't think that just because it's a state school, it's going to be cheaper. I think a lot of private universities will offer pretty significant financial aid and can be very competitive with a lot of the state universities. So definitely, take that into consideration, and certainly also going to school that you can complete the program in 4 years versus 5 or 6 also will help manage your costs as well. So.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Suffolk University.
I would say the letters of recommendations. I think that there's this need for students to pile on as many letter of recommendations. And so when students ask me, I like to say, make sure when you're going to ask for letter of recommendations that you emphasize, can you write me a strong letter of recommendation? One good letter goes a lot further than 4, subpar letters of recommendation. So just keep that in mind when asking for your letters of recommendation.
Awesome. Thank you. Champlain College.
I would say that it is okay to not know what you want to study yet. And sometimes it's even more important to know what you don't want to do versus what you do, to help you kind of narrow down that process. So if you already know and you are set, that is amazing. But if you're trying to decide between 2 different things, or maybe even 3 or 4 different ideas, definitely ask those questions of your counselor. Look at curriculum online to see what stands out to you and what you think you might enjoy, and know that you do have time, and definitely be asking those questions to figure out what's going to be the best fit for you academically.
Wonderful. Thank you. And New York University Tandon.
I think there's a lot of pressure to have, the perfect application, and to have something that's going to look like, above and beyond. And obviously schools do look at that. We all look at that. But I think it's also important to, every student is different. Every student is unique. You all have something different. So I think, again, don't put too much pressure to, have that perfect application, or have, everything be laid out 100%. Just, make your list, submit your applications, and then, everything will happen the way it's supposed to happen.
All really great. Thank you so much. All right, so that's going to bring our program to a wrap. Thank you so much to our presenters for putting this information together and spending the evening here with us. And thank you to our participants as well. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick survey. We appreciate any feedback you can provide. We encourage you to check back to the schedule and sign up for more sessions, including our May programming. You'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all the other recordings at strivescan.com/launch. Thanks so much for joining us.